You know, maybe it's a good thing I don't live by a micro center because your boy would be broke as What's good with it? Today we're gonna be doing something that I should have done months ago. This is the Intel Arc, the specific Asrock Challenger ITX version. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like super dusty because it's just been sitting over there collecting dust for the past few months. Back in October, I went to Denver with the homie John of John's Films, and I still have a crazy epic Pixel 7 Pro review coming, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that. It just has some of the best scenery that I've witnessed personally, and I'm happy to share that with y'all. But while we were in Colorado, we went to Denver and stopped at Micro Center. Now, if you've never heard of Micro Center, there's been videos of people calling it Nerd Paradise or Tech Heaven. It's one of the last few retail stores that you can go in and see multiple options for a variety of PC parts. Now, at the time, I told myself, you don't need anything. Just go in here and look around. I said, I'm not gonna get anything unless they have Intel Arc. And lo and behold, I walked in and they had one left. The Intel Arc 380. Now, the reason I was interested in this is because right now, if you're looking to buy a budget GPU, you have a few options. You either buy brand new, last generation from NVIDIA or AMD, or you're buying something off the used market, or if you want something brand new, this generation that can fit in a really budget type of PC, then you might want to check out Intel and the Arc. Why don't I just take this, throw it in my PC back here. I believe this has an Intel 12100, but I'll put the specs on the screen. Either way, these will be two great budget options to pair together and see what type of gaming experience we can get. I'm not gonna do a full review. We're just gonna hook this up, play some games, and see what's good. I wanted to bring y'all in because mainly the kid at Micro Center, and I apologize if he wasn't a kid, he looked super young. Hell, he was younger than me, your young ass. But the young man who actually sold me the card specifically said that you have to install the drivers before you install the card. I've never heard anybody else say when it comes to these Intel Arc GPUs. So I showed y'all the process of using DDU to uninstall the previous GPU drivers. You should do that whenever you're swapping GPUs. So I haven't even downloaded the Intel drivers on this system. I'm just gonna power it up and see if it turns on. Let me make sure I hit this power back here. All right, now let's hit the power button and see what happens. Okay, we got lights. Let's see if we get a post. Boom, we have a post. But let's go ahead and get everything installed, and then we'll come back when we're ready to play some games. All right, for the most part, installation went pretty seamlessly. Installed the drivers, loaded everything up, ran an update on GTA, and I came into the game. Let's go to DirectX 11. We'll do 1920 by 1080. Let's apply these changes and see what happens. See, again, it opened up windowed. It did that last time. It's opening up windowed. So we're at 1080p, and we're getting 172 FPS in GTA inside. Let's go outside. Now I know this is at the lowest settings. Still getting a pretty good frame rate. This is very playable. Let me get on my bike. Let's cruise. At 1080p with normal settings, this looks very good. For this to be budget, this is not bad at all. This kind of, it's kind of got that console feel. Let's go to graphics, and we're going to change everything to high. GTA, man. It's like the Mesozoic period. You got to do all of this every time you want to change your settings. You got to restart. Again, we're really just trying to see what type of 1080p gaming you could get on a budget. And with the price of this GPU, if you can get quality 1080p gaming on AAA titles, even though it's this older, we starting here, but we're going to get into some serious. Okay, there's a little bit of stutter. Let's see, is that from my system or is that from the game? Ooh, 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 come on. What kind of driving is you doing? Okay, let's go. But you can see we're doing pretty good at 1080p. We're getting 100 FPS. This is definitely playable. It does feel a little stuttery though. I can't really tell. There's some jittering. I don't know if that's just GTA. I mean, when it comes to frame rate, I mean, it's definitely playable. Let's try something else. All right, we're here in SpiderMan Remastered. I apologize if I sound sick. I definitely am getting sicker as the day goes on, but we're gonna power through this. Right now, we're at 1080p and everything's at medium. Right here, just sitting here, we're sitting at 56 in the upper 50s. I know this game is notoriously hard to run. Let's see what it's like just swinging through. Yeah, I would like that to be better. I mean, it's very playable. Let's change that to low all over and see. Oh, wow, we're still sitting in the 40s. And I'll say this, it doesn't feel bad. It's not the high frame rate gaming experience that you love, but it's very playable, it's very fluid, and it looks still pretty good. You know, for a super budget option at 1080p, I'm not mad at this at all. But we got one more. We're gonna go for the ultimate with Cyberpunk and see how it does. Boom. All right, quick little update. I'm here in Cyberpunk. This is the second time this has happened. I'll be in the menu trying to change any of the settings. The first one, I just simply changed it from 1440p to 1080p, and this started happening. The second time, I closed the game, went back in, and I saw that it was 1080p, but I tried to change some setting, the preset setting, and this happened. So what I'm going to do is simply restart the machine. We'll load it back up and see if I can get it to do this again, all right? And you know what's crazy? The way it glitches kind of goes with the whole cyberpunk aesthetic. It's almost like this screen back here is what it gets hung up on. So I want to see if we can just recreate this while I have you guys here on camera. We're at 1080p. Let's change the quick preset to the next one down. Let's see. Ah, it actually worked. This is much further than what we got last time. Right now we're at 30 FPS, and this is on the medium setting. Now I know Cyberpunk is a crazy, massive game and you don't need ultra high refresh rate, but you want to do better than 2930. We would just want to come to the quick preset, low. But yeah, we're still at about 33, 34 FPS. Nothing crazy. Let's try the Steam Deck preset. Wow, it literally does nothing to change anything. We're still sitting at 34 FPS. Here, let's take it down to 720p. Okay, 43 FPS. This looks terrible. I wouldn't do this. If it's going to stay at that frame rate, I would just keep it on 1080p because you're still at the same, 30, 35, 40 in that area. Might as well just play at 1080p. It looks so much better. Yeah, this does kind of give me the feeling like I got high on Fabuloso, then wanted to play some video games because this is weird. Okay, it's been a few days and I'm recovering from what the NBA would call a non-COVID illness. So let's turn on the shot clock and keep this quick. Would I recommend the Intel A380 for budget gamers? At this point, I gotta say no, but that's only because I think we need to let Intel get a little bit deeper in their maturation process. Maybe by their second or third generation, where they not only have the hardware, but their driver and software situation under control, then I think they'll be a true competitor to NVIDIA and AMD, which is only good for us all. At this price point, I know it's tricky, but I would still recommend the used market. Being able to get a 1070, even the TI version, or something even cheaper like a 580 or a 590 is going to give you incredible 1080p performance, some light 1440p gaming and AAA titles, and it's going to blow anything esports out of the water. But this is where I like to know what you think down below in the comments. If you have any questions about this specific A380 from Asrock, then make sure you leave it down there as well. I'm also going to leave some thorough reviews down below in the description with any links, so make sure you check that. At that point, I'm gonna get up out of here. It's your kinfolk Dookie. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and never forget to holla at your boy.